Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most underrated and overrated brawlers right now in the game. Also, I probably won't be streaming too much until the new year just because of the Christmas holidays, and I've got to pre-make a bunch of videos because, of course, I've got to take a little bit of a break myself. So yeah, won't have too much time to stream. But anyways, if you're thinking about buying anything in the shop, make sure you're using the code SPEN. That'll be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into the most underrated. Alright, guys, jumping into the first underrated brawler. If you've been watching my streams, you know how much I love Colt right now. And again, I just think he's so incredibly underrated, and specifically on pretty much every map. On the longer range maps, people are still sleeping on the Colt. You'll see here, probably going to miss a lot of shots now. I'm trying to big up how good he is, but oh, the full clip onto Maisie. Now I've got a super, the auto aim super onto Poco. Brilliant. You just got to be patient. Like, you're not going to hit every single shot with Colt, but the great thing is you're going to have to reload a gadget. You're going to have infinite ammo with the reload speed gear as well. Just be patient. You're going to hit some shots eventually. Again, another super hit, and I'm already close to my hypercharge, which is beautiful. But yeah, as I said, everyone knows that Colt is good in Heist, pretty good in Brawl Ball, but I've been using him in Knockout, Bounty, Hot Zone. There's a lot of good places that you can use and abuse the Colt before people realize how truly strong he is. Even against some of the best players in the world, in Masters, I'm just dominating with this Colt. So you can see, I'm auto-aiming my supers a lot because I'm just scared to miss my super, like how bad I miss it sometimes. Right, we're getting a lot of damage and a lot of percentage on the zone. Hopefully our Maisie pops hypercharge soon and goes into the enemy. Maisie, okay, no, we're just all grouping up, which is okay for now. We've got a good lead as well. But yeah, Colt, I love him. I think he's got to be a top brawler. I think 8 tier, seriously, minimum. This might be extremely biased, but I think as people learn how to use him and how to abuse him, we'll start seeing Colt literally everywhere in the meta. So just a little bit of more time needed. Again, another auto aim super. You love to see it. Popping the hyper charge to escape the mines, and that's going to be an easy first win. I mean, didn't even break a sweat inside of that one. Let's have a look at the end game stats as well, because I feel like I really popped off 7-0. Literally my first game on open zone as well at 900 trophies. I just think this brawler is so incredibly strong. People are finally going to realize pretty soon. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into the next really underrated brawler, which I think, you know, she's definitely fell off a little bit, but at the same time, she's just not being played at all, and she's still pretty good. Bonnie, I think, is an exceptional brawler in Heist, but pretty much never ever gets played anymore. And I'm not sure why, because pretty much every single time I've used her, I think I've won. You know, she's still really strong. She received a nerf a couple of updates ago to her just her normal projectile movement speed, but I actually think indirectly she actually got a little bit better, because now she's got the extra gadget charge gear to charge up another one of those sugar rushes, which is literally one of the best gadgets in the game, giving her increased movement speed and increased reload speed as well. It really does help her have more pop-off moments. So yeah, I'm just unsure why she's kind of been pushed out of the meta as much as she is. She's got such a really low play rate. But again, we're going to pop our gadget right here. I'm unsure where this Cordelius is. Okay, he's down here. I thought he was down to the left. Let's see, we've got Sandy close. And the Cordelius puts us in the realm. Okay, I think my teammates have got this though. I think they've got this defense. Trusting. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have trusted them. But yeah, Hot Zone and Heist in particular, I think Bonnie is probably the best on. Gonna get the most success rate with those game modes and maps. And I think a lot of maps as well are just so good for Bonnie. People just aren't really talking about it. Like, you think, literally Heist, with Bridge Too Far, it's literally made for Bonnie. You're able to jump across each lane and, of course, get the matchups. Of course, the thing that's not really going to Bonnie is literally probably this game mode, Brawl. It's not really best for her because she doesn't have the highest DPS, and it's just brainless hypercharges just running down, literally, as you can see here. But other than that, you know, she can be pretty good. She can be pretty good. Oh, unfortunately, this Cordelius again just gets us in the realm. We're just too much of an easy target for his super, seeing as we're pretty slow. We've still got 2 more gadgets left, so we can pop that whenever needed. We've got to definitely use it on this Jackie right here. Unsure where she's hiding, but mates, okay. She's over here instead. Doesn't really matter, because once this Sandy respawns, we can just run it into him, take him to pretty much one shot. Okay, nice. Crow's getting a lot of pressure here, and that's going to be the goal. So yeah, Bonnie for me is incredibly underrated. As I mentioned, I kind of forget about her as well, but I don't actually think she's as bad as the kind of statistics really say in terms of competitive. So that's going to be another underrated brawler. Let's hop into the next one. Alright, guys, jumping into the final underrated brawler. Did change my mind on this a little bit, but I think after seeing what people say about Amber, I think she's incredibly underrated. She got a damage buff from 400 damage to 440, which doesn't seem like a lot, but considering you can just spray shots with Amber, that's actually a big buff. And I faced off against Amber a few times on ladder, and she actually shreds right now, like seriously shreds. I don't know why people aren't picking Amber as much as I think. I think it's going to be another slow burner just like Colt, where people don't realize how strong she is. I'm actually trying the other gadget as well, because that actually does a lot of damage. 2000. I know pretty much all the time you want to use the speed one, but on super pushy maps you may as well use this one, right? Because you're just going to get a lot of aggro brawlers on you, just like this Darryl. So we're going to pop this gadget preemptively here, and look at the damage we're doing to these guys. Okay, the gadget's still kind of trash, but why are people telling me this gadget is good? I don't know. Stick to the other gadget probably, but yeah, Amber, she's shredding. Of course, she's pretty versatile in the sense that she's good in gem grab, good in Brawl. Of course, she can be actually a really good defensive brawler with her gadget and star power combination. Of course, she's insane in hot zone as well. She's pretty good everywhere except for like knockout and bounties. So for me, I think she's insanely underrated right now. Let's hop into the overrated now. Alright guys, jumping into the first overrated brawler on my list. I think it's going to be Sandy, because I think, you know, hear me out, I actually had Sandy in like my top 5, maybe like really high basically in my last meta ranking. But for me, I think the maps is what dictates Sandy's fall off the most. I still think he's probably like an A tier brawler specifically if he gets the right map. Now, this is a Sandy map if I've ever seen one. But if you actually take a look at the Power League rotation, again, most of my opinions will be based off Power League because that's the thing I play most at the minute. No, there's hardly any Sandy maps whatsoever. I think the only Sandy map really is Winter Party because of the grass on the Brawl map. Literally all the gem grab maps are pretty long in range, like literally every single lane brawler is going to outrange him. And you know, same goes to Brawl, triple dribble and backyard bowl. You're not going to get the most value out of Sandy, so I just think the maps have hurt him the most. You know, other lane brawlers just going to destroy Sandy. Same kind of goes with Nita. She's not my overrated list, but just because as a lane brawler she struggles when the map is open, I just think she probably fell off quite a considerable amount. So somehow Jackie didn't score there. Jackie should just use super. I don't know why people hold on to super. If there's a golden opportunity to score, just use your super. Don't be afraid. I mean, it's just the turret's going to be pretty annoying. I think my Sandstorm's going to eventually take that down. But yeah, this isn't, of course, saying that Sandy is a trash brawler. He's very strong in the right hands as well. There isn't many true counters to Sandy other than the map pool. That just goes to show how good of a brawler he can be if done right. Oh, that was so close right there. I thought I could pull that off. Okay, we've got 45 seconds left. Also, I won't be as active just in general, just because I feel like I do need a break. Like, I've been grinding so hard in terms of stream and whatever else. I think it's just healthy to have a break, you know. As a YouTuber, you know, I'm getting a little bit deep here, but you know, I hardly have any time off in terms of my headspace, so it would be good just to get a bunch of videos out of the way and then actually get to have the holidays off. I think I'm looking forward to it. I kind of overworked myself a little bit too much with this update. Anyways, we got our Jessie hypercharge story, which of course takes about 1,000,000 shots with Sandy to destroy. Eggor's just doing Eggor things. I'm getting destroyed by bow mines, but yeah, that's going to be my first overrated brawler. Might offend some of you guys, but I think in terms of Power League, definitely true. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next overrated brawler. You guys might disagree with me on this one, but in my opinion, especially since playing Power League, I think it has to be Fang. So, you know, Fang, literally, as the update dropped, was one of the most broken brawlers, I think, in Brawl Stars history with the hypercharge. But he did receive a big nerf, which I think impacted him a lot more. So if you want to know what the nerf did, so essentially he used to take 2 supers to charge his hypercharge, literally 2, which is insane. That is the fastest charge in hypercharge in the game. I'm not too sure why they allowed that, to be honest. And now it takes, I think, 4 or even 4.5 supers to charge his hypercharge, which in relative terms, even with Fang and his fresh kick star power, it still takes forever to charge up. So for me, I just don't rarely get the hypercharge. Of course, when you do use the hypercharge, it is just busted with Fang. But will you ever get it? That is the question we're asking. So I've already done a decent amount of damage this game, I think, after 1 minute. And I'm just a little bit over halfway. Oh, I should have shot him once there. But finally I got the hypercharge. I mean, if the teammates are dumb enough to let me cycle on them, then yeah, you're going to get your hypercharge a lot. But again, I've just not been really seeing it in competitive play where there's been any moments for a Fang to pop off. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh on him. Do you guys think he's still strong? Of course, he's going to be overrated in some sense because some people will think he's as broken as before, but yeah, let's see. We can just use our hypercharge through the wall here. Oh, we actually killed him. That was a full HP Sandy. The hypercharge is still ridiculous. Like, having this hypercharge that can just destroy all of his weaknesses is still busted, but it's like a kind of crow thing where will he actually get the chance to use his hypercharge in the game? I'm not really sure. Let's see here. We've got a bow. We should be able to take him down. I'm just going to stun him because why not? I think we're going to get chained on by this Fang right here, but may as well try. Charge up with the super. Okay, we're definitely going to get pinched, yeah. Jackie's going in for the kill. Nearly gets a triple team wipe as well. But yeah, for me, I still ban him in Power League though, sometimes, because he can be pretty annoying, especially as a last pick. Again, I've not seen many people actually going like a first pick Fang and doing too much. Like, he is pretty easy to counter at the top level, especially, you know, spamming hypercharges. And there's just so many other brawlers, you know, like Maisie, who are at the top of the meta right now, who can just cycle hypercharges 3, 4, 5 times a game. It's just crazy how fast she can cycle in comparison to Fang. So that's going to be the second overrated brawler in my opinion. I get star player, but I feel like just because they're bad, it just made it easy for Fang. That's going to be number 2. Let's hop into the final one. Alright guys, jumping into the final brawler, which I think is very overrated, but at the same time has pretty much just fell off. Like, is he overrated or has he just dropped off the face of earth? But yeah, it's Colt. So yeah, Colt for me has to be a very high skill cap brawler. Well, not skill cap, very high like a highly skilled player needs to play this brawler basically, because it's so hard to use him in this meta, because this brawler right here, Maisie, you know, there's Jackie, there's just so many brawlers right now, and again, you know, even Cordelis, all 3 of his brawlers cancel his super. There's so many top meta brawlers that have like a gadget, super, hypercharge that can just be so aggressive on Carl, and that's not what he likes. He likes the kind of low HP brawlers that don't have any knockbacks, where he can just charge into them like this and get a team wipe, but that rarely happens anymore. For me, he's been falling down and down. Used to be a time 6, maybe 8, 9 months ago where Carl was one of the best brawlers in the game, and I actually think he's actually near one of the worst brawlers in the game. It's kind of sad how he's fell off. He definitely needs a little bit of love. Again, it just all comes down to what meta brawlers are, do they cancel his super, etc, etc. And of course, just the maps as well haven't really been favouring him. I've been trying to go Carl a few times, and I've also faced Carl a few times. I just don't really have any problems facing him, so yeah, he's fell off. But let me know whether it's the same for you guys. I should be able to just destroy this Cordelis here, and we can bait that Jackie out a little bit. Can we get the ball though? If we can, we will score. Okay, not just yet. Okay, with a Jackie, with a Maisie hypercharge as well. This is looking pretty sketchy. See, super onto Maisie. This is not looking good for us. At the same time, like, it is easy to use Carl sometimes. Like, you might feel like you're doing a lot with him, but I struggle to really see his true potential. I think the only time he's only really that strong on is maybe like Shooting Star. Bounty is probably his best game mode, because that's probably where you see brawlers like Piper, Nanny, and even Piper can counter Carl a little bit with the knockback gadgets. So where can you actually go Carl right now? I'm actually unsure on where he kind of stands in the meta. Just no really use case for him. Okay, that's going to be a double kill, and that's going to be a goal right here. Absolutely lovely. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing a tier list tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.